Hello, friends. It's me. I'm back. Well, I finally went out and bought a microphone for my PCs. I have a couple of PCs, three PCs actually, and my laptop where I usually do my videos broke down. So I didn't have a microphone, so I couldn't do any videos. But I went out and bought one today. Actually, it's not easy to find microphones these days for PCs. Okay, let me start with a couple of things. First of all, I'm mad as hell as usual. I'm really mad this time at various people, and I'm going to speak out. Um, my product's doing quite. I've brought out my new Bbnn neural system, and to explain quickly again what the system is about. Uh, Based on my previous experience, I'm the range king, right? Basically, I've been working on range trading for a long, long time, and I'm glad to see that there are many copies coming out of my system, which I've explained in about 70 videos. And finally, some people are realizing they show the optimizations and go, oh my God, instead of price breakouts, why don't I try range trading? Hey. So by using Bollinger Bands or channels or whatever you want to call it, whatever system, ATR, whatever system you want to use, uh, finding oversold and overbought positions is the best system I've found over 30 years. And what I've done is basically done a lot of work on the Bollinger, okay? And the only fault, Bollinger spends a lot of time on price action. So hence, if you go on MT4, you will see the front page. It's mainly price action bots. And they disappoint. I own most bots, as you know, because I do this as a hobby. I try and buy them early. I try and pick the ones that are going to be successful. Uh, and I'm often disappointed. And in fact, these horrible people that come and criticize me, there's one guy this week who asked me to repent for my sins. Go to church and repent, Olivier, because you've been selling bots and destroying families and things like that. Well, okay. Um, I've been destroying families. Well, this all started out because I've been in the business for 30 years, and you can check my registration in London. I worked for some very prestigious firms. I reached the level of director quite young because I was quite good. And these are top firms in the world: Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank. And I decided to leave a fairly good job in 2001 to trade for myself because, in life you have to do what you like to do. And I love trading. And I don't care if I have 40 euros on my bank account or, if I have X. If you have 1x, 2x, 100x, whatever. If you love something, it doesn't really matter. Okay? I love trading. Nobody's going to take that away from me. And it's my passion. I'm really into neural systems right now. That's why this new bot is using basically my techniques, which I've explained 150 zillion times, as a black box main module, which is basically my bread earner. Uh, I try and range trade basically, and I've explained it many times. But I've always been obsessed by the trend. Okay, the markets range 75% of the time, so you can just live off. Yeah, one very good example is my bot. Okay, the one that became destroyed by horribly vicious conspiracy against me, and I'm not joking. People came at 2, 3 in the morning, attacked what was a very good bot, and it became a quality of life issue. A black box self-opt was 6 months in the number two spot or number one spot on MT4. I think that's the record. A lot of people bought it. It became very expensive because I added lots of features and my obsession with trend, added modules, etc. What ensured, well, people started getting greedy basically and putting huge lots. And then one day the inevitable happened on Japan. I think there was some blow up of accounts and there's a couple of bots on the front page that are coming back up that blew up every account. These things happen when people get greedy. So I then added some extremely complex filters into my black box module that will avoid contrarian trades, and they work quite well. But by the time I did that, you know, the lifestyle issue became important for me. So being insulted at 2 o'clock in the morning, I may try it again with my new bot. Was not a pleasant thing, and things became really terrible. Psychos. People ask me, as I said, to repent. People saying I'm destroying. I mean, I'm destroying families right now with a $300 bot. Okay, this started out like this. Is what makes me so mad. This started out like, well, I've been in the business 30 years. I want to give back a bit, so I'll say everything I can. Nobody else is doing this. Okay, I have 17,000 viewers on YouTube, and a lot of it is freebie. Okay, of course I'm plugging my products because that's how I tell you that's not how I make my living. My bots make my living for me. They've made my life so much easier, but I do a lot of manual trading, and that's what I do all day. I start Sunday nights, and I'm always in front of the computer, and I have computers in my room. I'm a crazy guy, but I love to do this. I love it. You can't take that away from me, and you can't say because I share what I found was an amazing system, okay, and it's explained in, very clearly what I do. I mean, if I'm destroying families, well, you should see the PMs I'm getting, and I'm asking people not to post because then they get attacked by trolls. Can you imagine that people post positive comments, get attacked by trolls? So I say, and the ones that do are very courageous to do it, and they're very nice, and I thank them very much because, you can't go on my comments page uh, without defending me, and then you get attacked by these people who think they're Cape Crusaders, have imaginary friends, work for cartels or something, in some cases real, in some cases imagined. They hear voices. I can tell you there's one guy, he hears voices. And they hail from great financial centers like Lost Horizon, Brazil, pretend to be cyber warfare criminals, and try and hack my simple PayPal account, things like that. That's what I'm getting. And all I'm doing is trying to show some good systems. So, uh, take it as you want. If I'm destroying people, if you can't afford $300 for a robot that has automatic, that has been, first of all, let's explain my BBN again, okay? Let's go through this again. Here's a page. Now, this is a new account I've created, so obviously it's not all drawn. It's a new account I've just opened because I think my bot works a lot better on ECN. I haven't really had many ECN accounts. I've had mainly market making accounts, and people tell me that my bot works 100 times better on ECN accounts. So I have two ECN accounts. I've just opened a little one. I'm trying to get some money over there now. This has got $300, which again is something that I thought would be very nice to make a bot that was accessible to low accounts because some successful bots need $10,000 or cent accounts or whatever. Uh, and then I put the price down, okay, and the people that buy it at the lower price are the worst. The people that have had the biggest promotions are my worst enemies. They come and write the worst comments, the worst reviews. Imagine that. And the people that have bought the bot at normal prices and who have become friends, who are mainly very educated, lawyers, pilots, doctors, these are the people that are saying that my bot is not expensive enough for what it is. And, I've made this experiment. I've really tried to lower price and make it available to people and say, anybody can trade with 30 euros, 300 euros. That has not helped me at all. So now I'm not going to do this anymore because I get criticized for trying to help people. So I might as well just start making the most sophisticated bot I have because, you know, another thing, yes, my best ideas are not sold yet. Okay? So I do have secret systems that I'm not going to sell and that I use for myself. But these two robots, the BBN and the BBSO, are really my bread earners because sometimes I don't feel like being in front of my screen all the time, and they're the only two robots that I trust. So you can do what you want. It's 350 right now. We're going to put a neural system in it. It's very simple. This bot uses range trading, okay, at, but it's been decided by a neural system that's on a big computer, on a big system right now. It studied 5 years of data, studied all pairs, decided on pairs to choose, and I'm trying to make it simple. Bots are too complicated. There is nothing to tune in this bot. Okay, automatic MM, all you have to do is put your lots in if you want to make them bigger. Everything's automatic. I'm trying to go towards the Apple model. Look how nice it is to have an Apple application with 5 bits on it. I mean, robots that regenerate, do press a button, do that. Okay, people love it. I don't know, maybe they like the complexity. I'm trying to make something that works automatically, and I'll get there. And it's going to be self-correcting. So right now you have the best possible optimizations from a neural system, a big neural system that uses a huge amount of data, okay? Because it looked at all the pairs, it looked at different ranging strategies that I wanted to try and basically vindicated me on what I've been using. We've made some slight changes because the take profit has not been the greatest in some of my other bots, except the scalper, which really does well because it just takes pops and on 1 hour it's just unbeatable. I'm sorry, it's just such a pity that this robot is not. I mean, everybody should own this bot. There's been 7 versions of the main module done. You just run it. It just makes money for you. I mean, it's of course the other modules, the range module, the trend module, the volatility module, the breakout modules are very specialized modules. So what I'm saying now, make your life easy, turn off all these modules. Just use the main module. On 1 hour, most charts, it will optimize extremely well and it will do because it's self-optimizing, okay? You can use it on any charts. But let's go back to Bbn, my new one, okay? My new one basically decides when to range or when to trade. When to range or when to trend. Very easy, okay? So that's what's going to happen. And it decides the hours. Okay, right now it says this is not the time. Yes, it's the weekend. Market's closed. Very good. That's what it's going to do. It's going to decide on the pairs, which I put in my forum, and it's going to decide on the time and to trend or the time to range. And we're going on to 15 minutes. So I'm going to stop right there, but it's now $350 and the neural system, okay, now it's optimized. It's from a big system. It's the best possible you can get right now. But my idea is to include a self-correcting machine learning AI that will see if there's any correction to be made and adapt to the market constantly. So your broker doesn't know what you're doing. The pairs change, and you have to be in the forum to get them. I'm not going to give all my information out. You can't test this very well. I've never seen a neural system you can test. Can you find one?